Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW2020 Predicts, where we use the magic ball that is TEW2020 to gaze into the future and see how the career of a particular superstar is going to turn out. And today we look at a very, very promising young prospect in NXT 2.0 right now. We look at this man, Christian Casanova, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes killing it in NXT. That North American title run of his was great. Not got the gold right now. In game he does, but IRL he doesn't. But Carmelo Hayes, you can't keep a good man down. He's rising right to the top. And this is where he starts. He's starting in NXT 2.0. He's starting as NXT North American Champion here on Monday, week 1, April 2022. 27 years old. He's got plenty of time in his career to go. So how will it pan out? Without further ado, let's go and find out. I'm going to simulate forward to the end of the career of Carmelo Hayes, Christian Casanova. And we're going to find out what is to come in his career. Will he become a WWE World Champion? Or will he have to leave WWE? Will he go out on his own? Will he go to AEW? Will he go to Impact? Will he go to New Japan maybe? Will he make a name for himself in those companies? So much potential in this man, in this superstar. Will he live up to it? Let's go find out. And here we are, Sunday, week 2, August 2041. So, what is that? Just about 19 years later? Yeah, just over 19 years later, there you go. Approaching 20 years later, even, but still 19 years and 4 months. And Carmelo Hayes is officially retired. Christian Casanova has retired from wrestling. He actually retired on this day. I got it exactly right. So that's beautiful. He's retired, popularity-wise, in the high 70s. He was 79. He just dropped down to 78. He's retired. He's a manager now. You'd want, Carmelo Hayes as your manager, wouldn't he? Incredible on the mic. He what a hype man he would be. He's great as a manager, I'd imagine. Still, though, in ring, he's still got very good stats. In the kind of the technical department, is that the phrasing? Like psychology, respect, experience. He smashed it. 27 years of experience, mercenary personality type. He's still ripped. You know, he's had time in AEW, NXT, WWE, Beyond, and Impact. So he has been all over the shop. And let's see how he's done. Let's start with the recent news headlines. Just get an idea of what happened. So he was recalled. He was called up from NXT August 2023. It took him quite a while, over a year. And then eventually he joined Impact. He left WWE in 2027. So, 5 years after the experiments died, he left for Impact. Clearly didn't work out too well. Eventually, he, loaned to New Japan and AEW a lot. He was chosen as the face of Impact for a while. That's big. So he just joined Impact in April 2027. Then he joined AEW in March 2031. So 4 years with Impact. He was face of the company for 2 of those as well. So he had a good run. A lot of loans to Impact and New Japan. And then he left AEW in 2038 and he retired in 2041. So a good career, title-wise. Right, NXT, he was, NXT Cruiserweight Champion quite a bit. He was NXT North American Champion just the once. He held it for a full year though, which is impressive. Called up to WWE. First title he held was the 24/7 title. Yep, that's a great start to things. He held it for just over 2 months. 0 defenses. It's the 24/7 title. Makes sense. Then he won an actual title. He won the Intercontinental title February 2025. He held it till March 2025, so he held it for just over a month. Ugh. And then he won the Raw Tag Team Championship, his final title, October 2026 to February 2027. So with just about 4 months with Rey Mysterio. Carmelo Hayes and Rey Mysterio. What a tag team. What a tag team. Rey taking another young superstar under his wing for that. Before he went to Impact, like we said, he won the Digital Media Championship August 2027 to January 2028. So he held that for, 4 months. 4 months, 5 defenses. There you go. Face of Impact. Then he was 2-time Impact World Champion. His first reign, August 2029 to March 2030. So he held that for 6 months with 4 defenses. Is that right? 7 months, I think. I might be going crazy. The dates in this game, it always fries my brain trying to work it out on the fly. But I think that's 7 months. I could be wrong. I think I'm right. 7 months as the Impact World Champion, and then his second reign was October 2030 to February 2031. So 4 months with 2 defences. So, considering he was the face of Impact, only 2 world title reigns for Carmelo. A bit surprising, but we move. Jump to AEW. It was TNT champion first from February 2032 to April 2032. So 2 months with 4 defences. Pretty good. Then he was AEW world champion for the first time, March 2034, there you go, to September 2034. So that's 6 months with 4 defences. Pretty good. And then his final reign, AEW world champion, May 2036 to March 2037. So 10 months with the belt, 11 defences. A good long reign at last for Carmelo Hayes, for Christian Casanova, getting to show what he can do. But that was sadly his final championship. Not that big a title history, all things considered, is it, for Carmelo? A bit disappointing, honestly. You know, WWE clearly didn't appreciate him. Impact did. They made him the face of Impact, but they didn't give him much. And then AEW appreciated him. But, 2 title reigns, pretty good length. But still, all things considered, I'd say I'm a bit disappointed in this career that the Magic Ball is predicting. Let's have a look at his achievements. He's a future Hall of Immortals inductee, so he's had a good career at least. And his Power 500 rankings were as follows. He stayed pretty low down for a while. From 2021 onwards, it was 2056, 446, 219, 220, 181, 200, 187, 178, and then in 2029 he was 101. So it took until 2029 for him to break the top 100. Well, it took till 2030, because in 2030 he finally broke the top 100 to 73, and then he really pushed on after signing for AEW, because he wasn't in it in 2031, he wasn't even in the top 500. But then in 2032 he came back, number 6, 2033 number 6, 2034 number 4, dropping down quite a bit in 2035 to 41. AEW World Champion 2036 to number 4, then to number 6. So he was number 6 3 times, number 4 2 times, and then 2038 he was 11. And then he left AEW, he didn't wrestle for 3 years, and he retired. A very disappointing career, honestly, all things considered. When did he leave it? He lost to Darby Allin at Full Gear for a 90, a banger. And then he wrestled one more time, actually. His final match was at Big Time Independent Wrestling from Honolulu, where he teamed with Alex Kane and Neil Gonzalez to beat Bear Bronson, Valen, and a Go-Go. That was the final match in the career of Carmelo Hayes. He was the best performer there with a 63, but Jesus Christ. Carmelo Hayes, throughout his career, 248 wins, 269 losses, 2 draws. So what's that? God, 519 matches, 248 wins. A little disappointing. A lot of wins still. Average rating of 78, pretty decent. Highest rating of a 100. He's got quite a few 100s I can see immediately on the page. On Dynamite in 2037. Billy Ross defeated Sammy Guevara, Treehouse Lee, and Christian Casanova to retain the AEW World title. Billy Ross is Jerry Lawler reincarnated. Jesus Christ. Jerry Lawler reincarnated. Yep. Moving on from that. Also AEW All Out in September 2037. He had another 100. Rex Steiner defeated Christian Casanova in a cage match for the AEW World title. I mean, this is a match that you're just kind of waiting to happen in NXT at this point, isn't it? Bron Breakker versus Carmelo Hayes. It's the waiting game for this one to happen IRL. But still, in-game it is apparently an absolute banger. So fingers crossed it's the same IRL. The big question from these experiments, as always, is AEW still alive? They are. I don't think I've gone far enough into the future for them to go bust yet. Oh well, maybe someday, maybe next time. Good for them, actually. For the first time, they're not bust. The faces of AEW are Adam Page, Hook, Jerry Lawler reincarnated, Dominic Mysterio, and Becky Lynch. The faces of WWE, Shane McMahon, WWE, Vince is dead, I'll assume, is Roman Reigns. Wait, I have to check that these are actual people who are still alive as well. Is Roman Reigns? I'm looking. Yeah. Roman Reigns, one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Okay. Jungle Boy, Rhea Ripley, Brian Pillman Jr., and Solo Sikoa. That's not Solo Sikoa, I don't think. But still. Roman Reigns. Who are you teaming with? I'm just curious. Roman Reigns, he's won 10 Royal Rumbles if you're curious, and 6 Money in the Banks. What a world. And he's also tag champ right now with Andrew Deal. I'll check out who that is for the 14-time World Champions partner. What was it? Andrew Deal. It is... Is that James Storm reincarnated? Sure. As to answer the question, what is to come in the career of Carmelo Hayes, Christian Casanova? It is a Hall of Immortals worthy career. But all things considered, power ranking wise, not that many super high rankings. I mean, he wrestles all over. He wrestles for all the major companies in America. So, you know, a mercenary personality type makes sense for what the career has just been. Title-wise, he was Impact World Champion twice. He was AEW World Champion twice. WWE-wise, maybe a disappointing career, but, you know, Intercontinental title, Raw Tag title with Rey Mysterio, still won some stuff. I'd say I'm disappointed, but it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. So let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this prediction of what is to come into the career of Carmelo Hayes? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, let me know any other superstars you'd like to see this type of experiment done. I've got a big list with your suggestions already, so if you have any more for me to add to it, let me know. And whilst you're down there, why don't you leave a like and subscribe for more. And as always, I just want to say thank you for watching.